She was only assigned to the gate until a SEAL commander saluted her first. The sun hadn't even broken the horizon yet, but the naval base was already alive with noise. Boots striking concrete, engines humming, voices sharp and clipped in the cold morning air. Most of the new SEAL trainees barely noticed it. Most had bigger drills, bigger missions in mind, bigger expectations. She didn't. Assigned to the gate, that was it. A simple post, the kind that seemed inconsequential to everyone else, monitoring entry and exit, checking credentials, enforcing protocol. Not exactly the glory most rookies imagined when they pictured being a Navy SEAL. Her name was Lieutenant Commander Harper Knox, though very few here knew it yet. To the rookies, she was just the officer at the gate. Small details didn't matter to her. Precision did. Discipline did. Observation did. The rookies walked past, laughing, joking, daring each other to push limits elsewhere on the base. A few noticed her at the gate, glanced, and shrugged. She didn't inspire fear. She didn't inspire awe. Not yet. She didn't flinch. She didn't react. She simply stood, scanning IDs, observing every movement, every nuance, timing entries, noting behavioral patterns, silent but unmistakably aware of everything around her. Hours passed. Rookies challenged rules they didn't even know existed. Drivers tried to cut corners. Civilians wandered near restricted areas, and every time, she intercepted, calmly, efficiently, without drawing attention. Then came the moment that changed everything. A SEAL commander arrived, a tall man, decorated, confident, the kind of presence that immediately commanded silence without speaking. He walked toward the gate, his pace steady, eyes scanning as if weighing the world in a single glance. He stopped in front of her. The rookies noticed for the first time, this wasn't a casual check-in. This was inspection, assessment, judgment. Without a word, he saluted. The gesture was crisp, military perfect, the kind of salute that said, "I recognize your authority, I recognize your presence, and I respect it." Harper Knox returned it, not ceremoniously, not awkwardly, just one perfect, measured motion, a silent acknowledgement of equality, professionalism, and competence. The rookies froze. They had walked past her thinking the assignment was meaningless. They had laughed thinking the gate duty was insignificant. But now, seeing a SEAL commander, someone who had fought and survived far more than they could imagine, salute her, their perspective shifted instantly. She didn't speak. She didn't need to. The message was clear. Authority isn't given by assignment. It's recognized by skill, by presence, by the command you carry even when the world thinks you are small. The day continued. Trainees passed, vehicles passed, orders were enforced with precision, but the air had changed. The rookies walked past again, heads slightly lowered. Some whispered, some simply stared. They had learned, without her saying a word, that this gate assignment was anything but ordinary. And from that moment, the whispers started. Questions they couldn't answer. Who was she? How did she command such respect without ever firing a weapon in their sight? And most importantly, what would happen next? Because in the world of Navy SEALs, the quietest person at the gate is sometimes the one who can change everything.
The sun climbed higher, painting the compound in harsh, bright light. Rookies still moved through the gate, but now their steps were different, careful, hesitant. They laughed less. They whispered more. They noticed things they hadn't noticed before. The precision of her checks, the timing of her movements, the way she caught mistakes before anyone else did. A truck carrying supplies rumbled toward the gate. The driver glanced down at his manifest, hoping to slip past unnoticed. Harper Knox didn't flinch. Her hand moved to the scanner, checking IDs and cargo logs with exacting speed. She noted a misaligned seal on the crates. "Seal 4, she said quietly, almost to herself. "Recheck packaging." The truck driver froze. One of the trainees attempted to step in to fix the issue. Harper's eyes flicked toward him. A single glance, sharp, unyielding. He stepped back immediately. No one spoke for a long moment. The message was clear. Her authority wasn't a threat, it was absolute. Even the instructors began to take notice. Commander Davis, a veteran SEAL known for testing rookies with brutal efficiency, lingered nearby. He had expected this assignment to be mundane, the kind given to officers who were between missions. Instead, he found himself watching Harper Knox with interest. Every movement precise, every decision calculated, every reaction measured. She commanded respect not with words, but with presence. Later that afternoon, a group of rookies approached the gate, curious and audacious. "Ma'am," one of them called, trying to sound casual, "what's it like being stuck here all day?" Harper turned, her expression unreadable. "I'm not stuck. I'm observing." "Observing what?" another rookie asked, smirking. "Everything," she replied, her tone flat, yet carrying weight far heavier than the sun overhead. The rookies laughed nervously. Some rolled their eyes, assuming she was exaggerating. They didn't realize that she had already noted who had the slowest reaction times, whose eyes darted, whose hands trembled, and who hadn't memorized protocols properly. By mid-afternoon, a minor incident occurred. A civilian vehicle approached the gate, attempting to bypass clearance. Harper intercepted it immediately, communicating with the control center while simultaneously checking IDs. The rookies watched, slack-jawed. One muttered, "She's everywhere at once." Then came the moment that silenced them all. Commander Davis returned. He walked straight to the gate, stopping beside her without announcement. The rookies stiffened. They didn't know if she was being inspected or reprimanded. Davis saluted. Without hesitation, Harper returned it. It was the same crisp, military-perfect motion from before. Only this time the rookies noticed the subtle nod between them, the unspoken acknowledgement of competence, experience, and command. No one dared laugh now. No one dared whisper. From that moment, Harper Knox wasn't just the officer at the gate. She was the gate itself, a sentinel, a benchmark, and a quiet force the rookies would measure themselves against for the rest of their training. And as they filed out, exhausted from drills elsewhere, they realized something. They had been tested without ever knowing it. Because sometimes the greatest lessons don't come from weapons or missions. They come from someone who notices everything. The sun was dipping low when the rookies, exhausted from a day of drills, found themselves back at the gate. They had learned fast. Harper Knox didn't need to yell or assert herself. Every decision, every correction was precise, quiet, and unavoidable. Still, a few couldn't resist. A couple of rookies testing limits tried to sneak past protocol, seeing if they could catch her distracted. Harper noticed instantly. Without raising her voice, she called them out. ID verification, now. Their faces went pale. Hands trembled as they scrambled to comply. They had thought her position meaningless. Now they understood they had underestimated her. Even the instructors, standing back, exchanged knowing glances. This wasn't ordinary gate duty. Harper Knox was running a silent evaluation, one that measured attention, discipline, and instinct, without the rookies even realizing it. Later, a delivery truck approached. The driver hesitated at the gate, glancing nervously at Harper. The rookies whispered, "She's going to snap any second." She didn't. With calm precision, she checked the manifest, inspected the cargo, and noted a minor discrepancy in the packaging. She radioed it to control. Seal compromised. Recheck contents. The rookies froze. They realized in that instant she noticed everything. Every small mistake, every hesitation, every overlooked detail. Then came the true test. Commander Davis approached again, this time with a challenge in mind. He called the rookies forward. "Observe and report," he ordered. Harper Knox didn't flinch. Instead, she let the rookies perform the checks themselves, or at least attempt to. She allowed small errors to slip by, and every time she watched, silently, noting reactions. When one rookie made a critical error, she didn't shout, she didn't reprimand, she simply stepped forward, corrected it in a single fluid motion, and returned to her post. The rookies couldn't believe it. One whispered, "She's like she sees the future." Another muttered, "It's like she knows what we're thinking." The quiet tension reached its peak when Commander Davis, standing nearby, did something unexpected. He saluted Harper first. The rookies froze. It wasn't a routine gesture. It was acknowledgement, recognition, respect. The kind reserved for leaders who had earned it, not through assignment, not through rank, but through skill, judgment, and authority. Harper returned the salute with exacting precision. The rookies watched, wide-eyed, as the invisible line between gate officer and leader vanished in a single motion. From that moment, everything changed. She was no longer the officer at the gate. She was a benchmark of excellence, a reminder that in the Navy SEAL world, authority was not given, it was seen, acknowledged, and respected. And the rookies, who had thought themselves untouchable, realized that one person, quietly observing, could change the way they understood the entire base. Harper Knox didn't need weapons to command respect. She didn't need orders. Her presence alone had tested, judged, and reshaped them all. But the day wasn't over. One final encounter awaited, one that would leave even the rookies stunned.
The sun was setting, casting long shadows across the base. The rookies gathered at the gate, their bodies exhausted, their minds buzzing with the lessons of the day. Every step, every decision, every hesitation they had made now replayed in their heads. Harper Knox stood at the gate, calm, collected, almost statuesque. She didn't speak. She didn't need to. The quiet presence she carried all day had already left its mark. Then Commander Davis approached. The rookies stiffened, unsure of what was about to happen. Davis, a decorated SEAL known for his unshakable authority, stopped in front of Harper and, without a word, saluted her first. The rookies froze. They had seen salutes before. They had seen commanders, drill instructors, and veterans give them. But this was different. This salute wasn't routine. It wasn't ceremonial. It was recognition, acknowledgement, respect earned through action, through skill, through command, not through assignment or rank. Harper returned the salute flawlessly. One motion, precise, controlled, perfect. The rookies watched wide-eyed. For the first time they understood. She wasn't just an officer at a gate. She wasn't just enforcing rules. She was the standard, the measure against which all others would be judged. The quietest, most unassuming assignment had become the greatest test of the day. And the rookies, who had laughed, whispered, and tested limits, now carried a humbling realization. Authority isn't about position. It's about presence, skill, and respect earned quietly, but undeniably. Harper spoke once, her voice calm but commanding. "You've learned more from today than any obstacle course or live fire exercise. Watch, observe, act. Respect is not demanded, it is recognized." A rookie from the front stepped forward hesitant. "Ma'am, we underestimated you. We didn't realize." "You don't need to understand now," Harper said, turning toward the gate. "You only need to remember what you felt today." Then, without another word, she walked toward her vehicle, a black SUV waiting, the engine idling softly. The rookies followed with their eyes. Some whispered among themselves, trying to grasp what they had witnessed. Some were silent, simply processing the shift in their perspective. As the vehicle drove away, one rookie muttered under his breath, "She wasn't just assigned to the gate, she was the gate." And in that moment, the lesson settled deep. In the world of SEALs, the quietest presence can command the most respect. The simplest assignment can become the greatest test. And one person, through skill, judgment, and authority, can leave a legacy that reshapes everyone around them. Harper Knox had done exactly that.